Coming up on the Lakeside Loop, the summer band trip is changed. Mrs. Hirschfeld announces her retirement.
And we update you on some of the calls we sent out. The Loop starts now.
Welcome back to the Lakeside Loop. I'm Logan Wetzel.
And I'm Jonah Osmankowski.
Due to COVID restrictions, the band decided not to participate in the Calgary Stampede like they were planning to. Instead, they'll travel to northern Wisconsin and Traverse City, Michigan. They've also added several local parades.
So this summer we decided let's go to Traverse City, and I understand a number of our students have been to Traverse City already, so we're like, well, let's change it a little bit. We're going to go up through northern Wisconsin and march and a number of parades going into it. Make our way up through the Upper Peninsula, spend some time doing various activities throughout that they get to offer, and then eventually make it to Traverse City, march 2 parades there, and again, more activities through that. So the exciting thing about the whole entire summer is we're adding a number of parades throughout that we haven't done for a long time or never have done. If you don't play a band instrument, you still can be part of the band. We take color guard, honor guard. We need to have people carry the banner and the American flag and Wisconsin flag and various other things that will accommodate those who don't play an instrument. You can participate if you are an 8th grader currently. You can sign up to do full summer band, local and trip. You don't have to be going to Lakeside to be part of it. If you want to go to prep or if you're going to a local high school, you can also join us. And then we do also offer what we call the super senior year. So once you've graduated, you have one more summer after you've graduated, after your first year of college or whatever, you can still come back and do one more year. There is one thing that I always say to, especially the 8th graders and families that are concerned about, well, I don't know if it's something I want to jump right into, just because my son or daughter doesn't know anybody right now and it could be awkward. One thing I always say to them is, well, think about this. That first day of school, it's always an awkward thing because you don't know people. You do summer band and you walk in that first day, you already know 80 to 100 new faces. It really is a really good opportunity for you to get to know, and it's not just your class, it's across the board, freshmen all the way through to seniors.
The trip is from July 2nd to 10th. Fundraising packets are available, and you can sign up to join the summer band on the Lakeside website.
This week, the Lakeside Swing Choir performed for the Rock Lake Owls at St. Paul Lake Mills. They sang and danced to popular hits and timeless classics that everyone can enjoy.
So today we went over to St. Paul's in Lake Mills and we performed a number of our swing pieces for the Owls Club. The Owls Club is a group of retired people who meet collectively to exchange stories or just talk with other retired people around their age. In the swing choir there are 14 people. There are 7 boys and 7 girls in order to give us a good even dancing number. Those were someone else's dreams. So we have to perform one song picked from the WSMA list, and that is sort of like an older 1960s country song. The rest of our songs are more popish, hip-hop songs that we have worked hard on and performed, I'd say, decently well now.
I want it that way, but we are 2 worlds apart, can't reach to...
So in order to join swing choir, one of the requirements is you have to make the a cappella choir. That way you would have the a cappella period in order to practice with the other members of the swing choir. But in order to try out, at the end of May, or the end of the school year, he holds the a cappella and then separately swing choir auditions. In order to try out for swing choir, you need to sing one of the pop songs from this year, as well as a different song of your choosing. And by pops, I don't mean like the pop genre, I mean a song from the Pops concert that we had just a couple of weeks ago at Lakeside.
Thanks for your performance, Swing Choir.
Lakeside student Julianne Dollard uses her God-given talents to coach the Holy Cross dance team. She tells us about the blessings of working with young dancers.
So I've been doing dance since 7th grade, and I was in the Lakeside dance team, but we didn't have that anymore, so now I just do studio, and I used to do cheerleading at Holy Cross, but they changed it this year, so I really wanted to help out. It's enjoyable because I love working with kids and I love dance, so just both of those together is one of my favorite things. I got to see all the kids enjoy it, and a lot of them want to come back next year, which is what I really love to see. And they're just so much more interested in dance now. They go home and practice, and that makes me really happy.
Thanks for sharing your time and talents.
The foods class is spicing things up this semester. On Wednesday, they ran the Amazing Race, a competition to see which team could find 50 kitchen items the fastest.
Today we were doing a race to see who could find like all the appliances quickest. We got second place. Our kitchen to the left of us, number 1, beat us. And probably the hardest item was probably was our muffin tin. But then now I'm gonna know how to cook more and make better food.
Foods class also made Valentine's Day cookies to show their appreciation to the faculty and staff at Lakeside.
We just made the dough, and then the next day we rolled it out and cut all the cookies out, and we cooked them that day, and then the next day we frosted them all over, and then after that we took them out and handed them out to people. It was kind of just to show our appreciation to all of the workers and staff here.
After many years of service in Lakeside's Extended Learning Center, Mrs. Hirschfeld has announced her retirement. The Loop sat down to talk with her about her time at Lakeside.
I'm going to miss everything. I'm going to miss the kids so much. I'm going to miss the faculty. I'm going to miss new friends with Teens for Christ. The list is endless. I'm going to miss my coworkers, helping kids. It goes on. Having the Word of God present daily is immeasurably more. It just is a wonderful thing to have. I will miss the morning devotions. I will miss the chapel services, the things like that. The Word of God to come from the students, to come at the students and say that you are doing your best. That doesn't mean you're going to get an A. It just means you are working to your best ability to the glory of God. That's what we want. My message to the students is to try to come up with some better excuses for all your missing assignments. To always remember that God should be the center of their life, and to always keep God with them. You just pray that they always stay faithful to their Lord and work for His glory.
Thank you for all your work and God's blessings.
Just like last week, we have another call update for you. Both Pastor Korthals and Mr. Klug have returned their calls and will continue to serve where they currently are. God's blessings on your service. And now, it's teacher time.
Teacher time, teacher time, teacher time with Joshua Bidorf.
Recently, I've been wondering how the world goes around, how to balance chemical equations, or even what a gravity is. I followed the yellow brick road around Lakeside to try to find some teachers who could help me find the right guy for the job. I needed a hero. I was holding out for a science teacher till the end of the night. He's got to know physics, he's got to know chemistry, and he's got to know earth science. When I was walking down the 500 hallway, strolling casually, I did not notice a math class, but rather room 506, and I knew the right guy for the job. He's the Bunsen burner of Cheetos. He's the guy who regularly carries around a meter stick, And he's a friend of Bill, the famous bowling ball. That's right. This week, we're interviewing Mr. Tracy.
So what do you want to know, Josh?
What's the best part about being at the bottom of the ocean?
Whale song. Listening to the whales through the hull of the sub. And no ads. Absolutely no ads anywhere. It's awesome.
Do you miss your first semester Earth Science class?
From the year, from the year 1998, I miss those people. Yes.
Do you have any children?
2.
How much do you weigh on the moon?
Too much.
What's your favorite chemical?
They're all my children. How could I ever just single one out for more love than the other? It's not answerable.
Why don't you show much emotion?
Why should I? That makes no sense. I show lots of emotion. How dare you say I don't?
How long have you been teaching at Lakeside?
About 26 years, give or take. I don't remember.
Mr. Tracy, what is the most explosive thing that you have ever done?
My 40-yard dash. I mean, I went from 0 to however fast it was in about 3.2 seconds. Top that.
What are the diatomics?
What are the diatomics? They're the atoms that when you find them naturally occurring in nature, that they stick together 2 by 2. That's what they are.
What's your favorite pastime?
That was it.
What do you think of this picture?
I think they got it spelled right. Looks a lot like Jonah Osmankowski, you know? I mean, looks almost identical to him. I mean, it's pretty good likeness of him, got to admit. So hey, I'll keep it. I'll put up my wall. Students I'd once taught.
Man, Mr. Tracy even let me use the shower. Isn't that great? I forgot to take a shower this morning, so it's awesome. Thank you, Jonah.
And now you're in the loop. I'm Logan Wenzel.
And I'm Jonah Osmankowski. We'll see you next week.